A year of turbulence, transformation, and transition in America. The Vietnam War, civil rights protests, and the space race filled headlines, but in your pocket, a small silver-looking coin, the Liberty Quarter, continued quietly telling the story of America. But don't let its everyday appearance fool you. Some of these 1968 quarters hold serious value. Let's explore the world behind this humble yet historical coin. To understand the 1968 Liberty Quarter, we must begin with the origin of the Washington Quarter series, introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, Liberty appears in the form of Washington's portrait, a continuation of American numismatic symbolism. Portrait of George Washington, facing left, inscription, Liberty above, In God We Trust to the left, and the date, 1968 below. A heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches. Inscriptions: United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. By the time 1968 rolled around, U.S. coinage had changed dramatically. The 1960s saw the removal of silver from circulating quarters due to rising metal prices. Pre-1965 quarters 90% silver. Post-1964, including 1968, copper-nickel clad composition. Outer layers 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core, pure copper. Americans hoarded silver coins. The U.S. Mint sought cost-effective alternatives. Clad coins like the 1968 quarter were introduced to stay in circulation without metal loss. 1968 marked a return to using mint marks on U.S. coins, absent from 1965 to 1967 during the coin shortage. This reintroduced regional identity to coinage once again. Standard circulation, relatively high mintage. The most common 1968 mint, heavily used in western states, only struck proof coins in 1968 exclusively for collectors, highly desirable in pristine condition. Mint mark mintage type Philadelphian 220,731,500 circulation Denver D101. 534,000 circulation San Francisco's 304,506 proof only. As you can see, the 1968S proof coin is by far the lowest mintage, making it more desirable to collectors. However, even circulated in 1968, quarters can fetch value if they include specific errors or high-grade preservation. Most 1968 quarters in circulated condition grades G42XF-40 are worth face value around 25 cents 50 cents. Unless there's an error or rare variety, they are extremely common. Mint state MS62, MS67 coins can range from $2 to $50 plus. 1067 and MS68 examples are rare and command premium prices. Must be certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Typical 1968S proofs, $2 $10. Deep Cameo proof 68 mas, worth $50 to $300 depending on clarity and strike. Proof 70 deep cameo, extremely rare, can exceed $1,000 at auction. In the numismatic world, errors are gold. Literally, let's look at a few error varieties that can make a 1968 quarter extremely valuable. Rare but documented: look for doubled letters in Liberty and In God We Trust can be worth $100, $500 plus. Off-center strikes, quarter struck outside normal die area, 10 to 15% off-center, $50, $150, 50% off-center with full date, $250 plus. Part of the coin is missing in a crescent-shaped value, $50, $150, depending on severity. Wrong planchette errors struck on a dime or foreign coin blank can sell for hundreds to thousands depending on weight and composition. Full steps on reverse. Eagle claws clear. Detailed strikes of eagle feathers and claws are rare, a premium of 2x 3x over typical MS examples. Coin grade auction price 1968S proof. Deep cameo per 701, 2001968D. MS67 plus $7,001,968. Off-center error, 50% off, $3501968D DDO authenticated. $64,500 menos $800. While these aren't multi-million-dollar coins like 1796 draped bust quarters, they are modern rarities, accessible yet meaningful pieces for serious collectors. Use coin flips or airtight holders to prevent wear. Avoid cleaning coins to reduce its value significantly. Submit high-quality examples to PCGs or NGC for grading and authentication. Join coin forums or local clubs to compare finds and expand knowledge. 1965, 1967. No mint mark transitional coins 1970 Discours. Small mintage 1982 and 1983. No mint sets produced in your hand. It might just be a quarter, but in the eyes of a collector, the 1968 Liberty Quarter is a snapshot of American resilience, marking a shift in our economy, our coinage, and our collective story. So next time you hear that metallic jingle in your pocket, take a closer look. It could be history disguised as change. Fade out with nostalgic music. Sound of a coin flipping and hitting a tabletop. PCGS Coin Price Guide, Washington. Quarters. NGC Coin Explorer, the official red book, a guidebook of United States coins. Annual. The next step. 1983. America is roaring with Reaganomics, MTV, the Cold War, and the Space Shuttle program. Most people didn't think twice about the coins in their pockets. But in that change, especially a simple quarter, lies one of the most intriguing stories in modern U.S. coin collecting. Today, we dive into the 1983 Liberty Quarter, a copper-nickel clad coin that's far more valuable than it looks. Let's explore the rare finds, the reasons behind their worth, and the collector frenzy they inspire. The Washington Quarter, often referred to as the Liberty Quarter due to the prominent liberty on the obverse, debuted in 1932. It was originally a one-year commemorative coin marking George Washington's 200th birthday, but it was so well received that it became permanent. Obverse: George Washington's bust by John Flanagan. Inscriptions: Liberty, God We Trust, and 1983 reversed heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows and olive branches. Inscriptions: United States of America, E pluribus unum, and $quarter. So, what makes the 1983 Liberty Quarter unique among modern coins? Due to budget cuts and declining interest, the U.S. Mint did not produce any uncirculated mint sets for collectors in 1982 or 1983. Every 1983 quarter in the market originally came from circulation, not collector sets. Uncirculated examples are significantly harder to find. High-grade 1983 quarters are scarce, especially with sharp detail and no damage. This makes 1983 a modern key date in the Washington Quarter series. Mintage: 673,535,000. No mint mark on coin, found mostly in the eastern and midwestern U.S. Denver. D mint mark. Mintage: 617,806,446. D mint mark on Obverse, right of the bow in Washington's ponytail, predominant in western states. No 1983's proof quarters were made. The San Francisco Mint resumed proof production in 1983, but only for other denominations. 1983 proof quarters do not exist. Condition is king in the world of coins, and 1983 is a prime example. Found in pocket change to this day. Usually, show-heavy wear due to poor planchette quality and circulation. Value: face value $25 up to $1, $3 in nice circulated condition. Extremely rare due to absence of mint sets. Mint state MS coins must be pulled from circulation and well preserved. Graded MS 65 or higher. They can fetch significant premiums. 1983 PMS 65, $40, $701,983. DMS 65, $30, $60. MS 66 and MS 67 examples. $100, $500 plus top pop MS 68 coins, $1,000 $2, $3,000 plus, especially certified by PCGS NGC tip. Most 1983 P coins have poor strikes and weak detail. Finding a sharp struck example is a real challenge and a prize. Sometimes the mint makes mistakes, and those mistakes can turn a 25-cent coin into a collector's dream. Strong doubling on reverse inscriptions, especially E pluribus unum and eagle's wings. Rare and popular. Value: AU $100, $250, MS 65 plus, $600, $1,200. Clipped planchette errors: a portion of the coin is missing due to a cutting mishap. Worth $50, $200. Off-center strikes struck away from the center of the blank, 10 to 50% off. $100, $400 plus. Coin expands beyond normal diameter with no reeded edge. Valued at $50, $150. Die cracks: cuts raised metal from failing dies. Some minor, others dramatic and collectible. Here are record-setting sales of 1983 Liberty Quarters coin grade tip auction price. 1983 PMS 68 PCGS regular strike $4,242. Heritage Auctions 1983 DMS 68 UNGC regular strike $26,401,983. P double die reverse MS 66 variety $18,001,983. P error AU55 error $350. These coins are modern rarities, not because they're ancient or silver, but because few survived in pristine condition. Check pocket change and rolls from banks, estate sales, or old coin jars from the 80s. Purchase unsearched coin rolls online carefully. Cleaned or damaged coins: low numismatic value. Fake errors have real errors authenticated. Uncirculated coins with full mint luster. Sharp eagle feather. Details reverse. Any doubling or striking abnormalities. Use coin flips, 2x2 holders, or airtight capsules. Store in a cool, dry, dark place. For high-end coins, submit to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. The 1983 Liberty Quarter is a modern icon, a coin with no silver, no commemorative purpose, and no special issue. Yet its scarcity in uncirculated condition makes it a modern-day treasure. It teaches collectors a valuable lesson. Value isn't always about age, sometimes it's about survival. In a world where Coins are minted by the billions. Few become legends. The 1983 Liberty Quarter, struck during a time of austerity, slipped quietly into circulation. But for those who know where to look and what to look for, it remains a shining gem among clad coinage. Check your change. You might be holding history. Fade out with coin flipping sounds and gentle patriotic music. PCGS Price Guide -1983 Washington Quarter. The 1987 quarters have passed through American hands, but hiding in that sea of copper and nickel are a few rare gems, coins that can command hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Join us as we reveal the complete history of the 1987 Liberty Quarter Dollar, the surprisingly valuable coin of a common era. The coin, commonly known as the Liberty Quarter, is officially the Washington Quarter, a series that began in 1932. It was intended as a one-year commemorative marking the 200th birthday of George Washington, but the design was so popular it became permanent. Obverse front, bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Inscriptions: Liberty, in God we trust. And the year 1987 reverse back, heraldic eagle clutching arrows and olive branch inscriptions: United States of America, e pluribus unum, and quarter dollar, though silver was removed from circulating quarters in 1965. The Liberty message remained in the design. By 1987, the coin was made of copper nickel clad, but its symbolism was still deeply American. The late 1980s were a quiet period for us coinage. No major design changes, no special events, but there were still unique things about the 1987 Washington Quarter. No special commemorative quarters were issued in 1987. It was part of the regular Washington Quarter series, but mint set only examples non-circulating were higher quality. Circulation coins had variable strike quality. Unlike 1982-83, the US Mint did offer mint sets in 1987, so some high-grade examples were preserved by collectors, but still, top conditions are rare. In 1987, 3 U.S. mints struck Washington quarters. Mintage 582,499,481, most common. Circulated widely in the eastern U.S. No mint mark appears on the obverse. Mintage 655,594,696 circulated heavily in the Midwest and West. D. Mint mark appears to the right of the ponytail on Washington's bust. Mintage 4,227,728. Not for circulation. Sold only in 1987. Proof sets made with highly polished dies and mirror-like fields. S mint mark present metal composition: copper nickel clad, outer layers of 75% copper, 25% nickel, pure copper. Core weight 5.67 grams, diameter 24.26 millimeters, edge reeded. No silver versions of the 1987 quarter were released by the US Mint. Any of-looking ones are just clad coins with natural toning, not silver. To most, the 1987 Liberty Quarter is pocket change, but condition makes all the difference, and a high-grade coin can be worth much more than face value. Average condition G2XF 25, face value nice. Examples: 50 cents to $1.50. These are common in circulation and typically not worth grading. MS63 $2, $3, MS65 $5, $10, MS66 $15, $30, MS267 certified $75, $200, MS68 top pop $300, $800 plus. Extremely rare. Graded coins from PCGS or NGC and MS67 or higher are the ones collectors pay a premium for. Common: $2, $5 deep, cameo proof 69, $10, $20, proof 70D, CAM, $50, $200 plus, depending on population and demand. 1987 quarters don't have any major known double die varieties, but errors still occur, and they can be quite valuable. Misaligned die strikes part of the coin off center, 10 to 50% off center with date visible. $50, $200 plus, crescent-shaped missing portion, $30, $100 plus, raised metal blobs where dies cracked, small, $10, $30 large, dramatic cuts, $50, $150 plus, areas of detail missing due to grease on the die, minor, $5, $15 major, $25, $100, double strikes, broad strikes, struck twice or without collar, values vary, $50, $300 plus, no confirmed double die or RPM repunched mint mark. Varieties for 1987 quarters are listed in official references. Coin grade type: auction price 1987 DMS68 regular. Strike $1,200 PCGS 1987 PMS67 plus regular strike $4201987 SPR70 DCAM proof $1501987 drawed strike error U275. Only a tiny fraction of 1987 quarters reach the high-end auction block, but when they do, the prices can surprise even seasoned collectors. Look through old mint sets or estate sales. Check bank rolls and bulk coin lots. Buy uncirculated rolls from reputable dealers. Use non-PVC coin flips or 2x2 holders. Store in a cool, dry, dark place. Avoid cleaning, it ruins collector value. Consider Submitting top-quality coins to PCGS or NGC, it might not be silver. It might not be rare in quantity, but the 1987 Liberty Quarter remains a fascinating example of how condition, scarcity in high grade, and error collecting can turn a modern coin into a sought-after treasure. Sometimes, the difference between 25 cents and $1,000 is simply condition and a good eye. So next time you find a 1987 quart in your change, take a closer look. That ordinary coin might just be a hidden gem, a reminder that even the most common things can hold uncommon value. The last step, 1994, America was riding the wave of a booming economy, grunge, rock, and rapid technological change in pockets across the country. A coin many ignored, the 1994 Liberty Quarter, was quietly minted by the hundreds of millions. But hidden among the everyday coins are rare, valuable varieties that turn this common quarter into a collector's prize. Let's take a deep look into the 1994 Washington Quarter, its story, geography, condition-based value, and its numismatic legacy. The Washington Quarter, commonly referred to as the Liberty Quarter due to the prominent word liberty on the obverse, was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Obverse front, portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan, Liberty in God We Trust. Year 1994, mint mark, if applicable, behind a ponytail, reverse back heraldic eagle with spread wings, arrows in talons, olive branches, below United States of America e pluribus unum quartadala. The 1994 quarter was one of the last in the traditional Washington eagle reverse design, which ended in 1998 to make way for the 50-state quarters series. The 1994 Washington quarters were produced at 3 U.S. mints, each serving different regions of the country and types of coinage. Mintage 825,600,000 coins circulated mainly in the East Coast and Midwest. No mint mark on the obverse. Mintage 880,034,110 circulated in the West, Southwest, and mountain regions. D appears just right of the ponytail. Mintage 2,484,594. These coins were produced only for collectors in proof sets, never released into circulation. S. Mint mark on the obverse features a mirror-like finish and frosted reliefs. Circulating coins, copper nickel clad, 75% copper, 25% nickel, outer layers over pure copper core. Proof coins, same composition. No silver quarters were issued in 1994. Diameter, 24.26 millimeters. Weight, 5.67 grams. Edge. Read it. Important note: no silver quarters were officially issued by the U.S. Mint in 1994. Any silver quarter is likely plated, or a novelty item. These coins are very common in everyday use. Most are worn with diminished luster and details. Good G for 2 extremely fine XF40. 25 face value about uncirculated AU52, AU58. 35 cents $1 more desirable to collectors, especially in high grades. Value depends heavily on sharpness, luster, and preservation. MS63, $1, $2, MS65, $5, $10, MS66, $15, $30, MS67, $100, $250 scarce. MS68, $500, $1,000 extremely rare. The 1994D is usually better struck than the 1994P, but high-grade Philadelphia coins are slightly more desirable due to weaker general quality. Struck for collectors with highly polished dies. Came in US mint proof sets. Deep cameo varieties are most valuable. PR 265, $2, $5, PR 69 deep cameo, $8, $15, PR $17, PR 70 deep cameo perfect grade, $50, $150 plus. While 1994 didn't produce any famous double dies like earlier decades, it still features collectible minting errors. Off-center strike coin is not aligned correctly during striking, 10 to 50% off. $50, $250 plus. Depending on severity and date visibility, a curved piece of the coin is missing due to a miscut. Blank value, $30, $100 plus. Coin struck outside retaining collar edge appears smooth and stretched, $40, $150 plus. Struck through grease, part of the design is missing or faded. Value $10, $50 depending on visibility. Metal raised where the die broke, small ones are minor, but large cuts can bring $50, $150 plus. Coin grade certification. Price 1994 PMS 68 PCGS $1, 528-1994 DMS 68 NGC, $950-1994 SPR 70 DCAM PCGS 170-1994D. Broad sticker or $275. These top prices are not for everyday coins. They're the best of the best, certified by top grading companies and often sold at national auctions. Search old change jars, inherited coin stashes, and bankrolls by uncirculated rolls from estate sales or local dealers. Check proof sets for the 1994S in high condition. Never clean coins, it destroys value. Store in non-PVC flips or airtight capsules. Keep in a cool, dry place to prevent oxidation. Submit high-quality examples to PCGS or NGC for grading. While the 1994 Liberty Quarter may not boast the fame of earlier silver issues or the artistry of state quarters that followed, it stands as a relic of the final years of the traditional design, a bridge between history and modernity. Its true value lies not just in rarity, but in condition, and for the dedicated eye, treasures still await in circulation. Every coin tells a story. The 1994 Liberty Quarter might seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it represents the end of an era. The pursuit of perfection in condition, and the thrill of finding a gem where most see change. Check your pocket's history might be riding along in your quarter. Before and after it is more than spare change. It's a miniature monument to American perseverance and values. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, replacing the winged Liberty Head dime commonly called the Mercury dime. Its purpose was not merely aesthetic, it was a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in April 1945. Roosevelt was a symbol of American resilience, leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. He also founded the March of Dimes, a national campaign to combat polio, a disease he himself endured. Thus, the dime became the perfect coin to honor his legacy. Portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Facing left, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed along the left rim. Below Roosevelt's chin is "In God We Trust." The date 1994 appears to the right of the neck. The mint mark PD or S appears near the date. Designer initials JS for John R. Sinnock. Reverse back, a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, an olive branch on the left piece, an oak branch on the right. Strength. The inscription United States of America, E pluribus unum, and one dime complete the design. The 1994 Roosevelt dime was minted at 3 different U.S. mints, each producing coins for different purposes. Mint location: mint mark type Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. P circulation Denver, Colorado. D circulation San Francisco, California's proof coins for collectors. Only Philadelphia. P main hub for circulating coins. Denver. D produced coins for circulation in the western U.S. San Francisco's minted proof coins. Ultra shiny versions made with polished dies for collectors. From 1965 onward, U.S. dimes were made without silver to cut costs. Outer layer: 75% copper, 25% nickel, copper nickel core, 100% copper. Weight: 2.27 grams. Diameter: 17.91 millimeters. Edge: reeded 118 tiny grooves. Fun fact: despite its silver-like appearance, the 1994 dime has no silver content, unless it is a special proof from a silver set, made for everyday use in commerce. Produced in the hundreds of millions, can be found in pocket change, though clean high-grade examples are now rarer. Found in mint sets released by the U.S. Mint in 1994. These coins were never handled or used. They retain full mint luster and sharp detail. Mint state MS grades range from MS60 to MS70, perfect condition. Made for collectors using special polishing processes. Came in proof sets only, not released into general circulation. Struck multiple times to ensure mirror-like finish. Most are graded between PR65 and PR70. Type condition. Estimated value as of 2025 1994. P circulated average 10 cents. Face value 1994. D circulated average 10 cents. Face value 1994. P or Duns Ms. $65.1 $21,994 S proof PR65 PR703 $101,994 S silver proof from silver sets PR68 plus $6 $15 errors off center. Wrong planchette varies $2,500 plus double dies. Look for doubling of letters or numbers. Rare and valuable. Off-center strikes. Part of the design is missing or misaligned. Clipped planchettes. A small portion of the coin is cut off due to a minting error. Full bands on torch for proof coins. Fully defined horizontal lines on the torch can increase value. Tip: have high-grade or unusual coins authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC to maximize resale potential. The 1994 dime may be tiny in size, but its design is rooted in deep American values. The flame of liberty, the branches of peace and strength, and the bold profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, all in a 17mm frame. These coins tell stories of hardship, hope, and history. They're not just cents, they're sense. Featured a Tulles coin named Roosevelt Demier 1994 Mints B Philadelphia, the Denver S San Francisco composition copper core, copper nickel outer layer circulation status P and D general circulation. S collector only proof value range 10 cents circulated to $15 plus proof silver era collectible status common, but high grades and proof coins are collectible. 1971. This coin entered a new chapter, one that marked the end of silver and the start of a new metallic age. The Kennedy $50 was first issued in 1964, only months after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. Public demand for a coin to honor him was immediate and overwhelming. Authorized by Congress and signed by President Lyndon B. Johnson in December 1963. Production began in early 1964. designed by Gilroy Roberts. Obverse Frank Gasparro, reversed the design, replaced the Franklin half dollar 1948 to 1963. Not due to numismatic routine, but because of Kennedy's deep popularity and the national grief following his assassination. Features John F. Kennedy's left-facing profile, dignified and stoic, surrounded by the word liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and the year 1971. Designer initials G.R. Gilroy Roberts appear on the truncation of Kennedy's bust. The presidential seal, a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest clutching an olive branch piece and arrows wore. A ring of 50 stars encircles the eagle. The inscription, United States of America and half dollar. Designer initials F.G. Frank Gasparro are found between the eagle's tail and the D in dollar. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar was the first regular issue US half dollar made without any silver content. Outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel cupronickel core, pure copper, total weight, 11.34 grams. Diameter 30.6 millimeters. Edge, reeded 150 reeds. This marked the end of silver in circulating half dollars. Following the 1965 to 1970 issues that contained 40% silver. Mint location: Mint mark roll, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. No mint mark circulation: Denver, Colorado. Decirculation: San Francisco, California. Proof coins only. Located on the obverse side below Kennedy's neck truncation. No mark equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. S equals San Francisco. Proof only. 1971p and 1971d coins were mass-produced for daily use. Entered general circulation across the U.S. mintage 1971p, approximately 155 million. 1971d, 302 million. These coins commonly show signs of wear due to heavy circulation in the 1970s. At ease. Found in mint sets sold directly to collectors. Never released into general circulation. Maintain full mint luster, sharp detail, and no contact marks. Produced using polished dies and planchets. Sold in special proof sets from the U.S. Mint. Highly reflective surfaces, often graded as PR65 to PR70 mintage. Approximately 3.2 million coin type. Condition estimated value 20251971. Circulated 50 cents. $1.001971 pen circulated. MS6365 $3 $101,971. Phi grade MS6667 $50. $250 plus 1971 circulated 50 cents. $1.001971 day MESC 66 40 dollars $3,001,971 proof. PR 65705 $201,971 errors. For example, silver planchette various $1,000 $10,000 plus. Wrong planchette errors. Some 1971 half dollars were accidentally struck on leftover 40% silver planchettes from 1970. These rare silver 1971 coins are highly valuable. Easy test. If your 1971 coin lacks a copper stripe on the edge, weigh it. If it weighs approximately 11.5 grams or more, it might be silver. Double die obverse DDO. Look for doubling on "In God We Trust" or date. 1971 marked a turning point in U.S. coinage, the final farewell to silver in circulation. The Kennedy half dollar became more of a commemorative token than a circulating coin after this era. Though still legal tender, Kennedy half dollars saw reduced usage in commerce, eventually being minted only for collectors by the early 2000s. Feature date was coin Kennedy half dollar year 1971. Mints Philadelphia. No mark. Denver. D. San Francisco. S. Composition clad over copper circulation. Yes. P and D. Proof only from S. Diameter 30.6 mm. Weight 11.34 grams. Edge reeded. Average value 50 cents. $250 plus. Depending on condition and rarity, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is a coin of crossroads, a transition from silver to base metal, from popular currency to collector's piece. Though now rarely seen in daily life, its symbolism endures. It is not merely a coin. It is a reflection of a nation's memory, forged in metal and carried in the hands of millions. The Kennedy half dollar, 1972, one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics, continues to capture the attention of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The 1972 edition stands as a testament to evolving minting practices and shifting public usage. Let's dive deep into where it was made, how it circulated, and what defines its uncirculated condition. The United States Mint produced the 1972 Kennedy half dollar at three main facilities. The historic Philadelphia Mint, established in 1792, is the oldest mint facility in the U.S. in 1972. Coins produced here bore no mint mark, continuing a tradition that began in 1965, where Philadelphia half dollars lacked mint marks. Philadelphia was the primary mint for Kennedy half dollars for general circulation. The Denver Mint, operational since 1906, handled large-scale production for the Western U.S. coins struck here carry a D mint mark on the obverse. Just below Kennedy's neck truncation, Denver's role was essential for meeting national demand, especially in the Western and Midwestern regions. The San Francisco Mint specialized in producing proof coins, specially made collector-quality coins with superior finish. Coins produced here bear the S Mint mark. In 1972, San Francisco minted proof-only Kennedy half dollars, never intended for general circulation. These proof coins are highly sought after by collectors for their sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces. 1972 saw millions of Kennedy half dollars released into circulation, primarily from Philadelphia and Denver. Mintage figures: Philadelphia no mint mark, approximately 153 million. Denver D mint mark, approximately 141 million. Despite these high mintages by the early 1970s, public use of the half dollar in everyday transactions had sharply declined. The coin's large size and limited acceptance in vending machines and retail made it less popular. However, it remained legal tender and circulated moderately, especially in certain regions and for specific uses such as casino tokens or banking. Typical signs of wear: surface scratches, rim nicks, loss of luster, and smoothing of high-relief areas like Kennedy's hair and the eagle's feathers. Colors can vary from bright silvery white to dull gray tones depending on wear and storage. Weight remains consistent at 11.34 grams unless heavily worn or damaged. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in commerce. They retain their original mint luster, sharp detail, and pristine surfaces. These coins are typically found in mint sets sold by the U.S. Mint directly to collectors. Mint state MS grades range from MS60 lowest uncirculated to MS70 perfect. Surfaces display a brilliant or satin-like sheen. Details such as Kennedy's hair strands, the eagle's feathers, and the lettering are fully defined. Absence of contact marks or abrasions typical of circulation. Edge remains sharply reeded with no deformation. Available primarily through the 1972 U.S. Mint. Uncirculated coin set. Some uncirculated coins were obtained by collectors who purchased rolls or bags directly from banks or the mint. The 1972 S proof Kennedy half dollar is a separate category, struck with polished dies and planchettes to create a highly reflective background and frosted details. Proof sets were sold in special packaging aimed at collectors, generally graded PR65 to PR70. Proof coins command a premium over regular uncirculated. Examples: mintage, approximately 3.26 million. Proof coins were produced in 1972. Attribute specification: composition outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core, pure, copper. Weight, 11.34 grams. Diameter, 30.6 m. Thickness, 2.15 m. Rated 150 reads. Silver content: none. All clad copper nickel. No silver circulated coins are common and mostly worth face value or slightly more. Uncirculated coins MS63 plus are more valuable, especially with eye appeal. Proof coins from San Francisco are highly sought and can command prices ranging from $5 to $20 depending on condition. Aero coins such as doubled dies or off-center strikes are rare and fetch collector premiums. Proper storage is key. Coins kept in airtight holders, coin flips, or albums retain value and appearance longer. Feature detail: year 1972 mints. Philadelphia, no mark. Denver D. San Francisco, S proof only circulation. Mintage: Philadelphia, approximately 153 million. Denver, approximately 141 million. Proof mintage: San Francisco, approximately 3.26 million. Metal composition: copper nickel clad, no silver. Diameter 30.6 weight 11.34 grams. Shredded circulation status: circulated P&D. Proof only as collector value. Face value to $20 depending on grade and type. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar tells a story of an America transitioning from its silver past into a modern coinage era. Minted across three key facilities, Denver and San Francisco, this coin reached millions of hands and countless memories, whether well worn in circulation or gleaming in a collector's album. The 1972 half dollar remains a tangible link to the enduring legacy of a president and the evolving story of American currency. In 1985, America was amid a cultural and economic transformation. MTV was booming. Reagan was in the White House, and the Cold War neared its twilight. Quietly in the background, the United States Mint continued producing a coin that bore the face of a president who had inspired a generation, the Kennedy half dollar. This is the story of the 1985 edition, where it was made, how it circulated, and how uncirculated examples remain treasures of a bygone minting era. By the 1980s, its role had evolved. Circulation use dropped dramatically, still struck in large numbers. Most Kennedy halves no longer reached everyday wallets, but instead ended up in mint rolls, bank vaults, and collector albums. In 1985, the Kennedy half dollar was produced at 2 U.S. Mint facilities. Location: Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Coins bear no mint mark, standard practice for Philly until 1980s. Resumed for halves after 1980. Produced circulating half dollars. Mintage: approximately 18,837,000. Location: Denver, Colorado. Coins carry the D-mint mark on the obverse below Kennedy's neck. also intended for general circulation. Mintage approximately 15,336,000. San Francisco did not produce Kennedy half dollars in 1985. No proof or silver versions were struck that year. Attributors Perfonton Shoney and nickel clad 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper core diameter, 30.6 m thickness, 2.15 m weight, 11.34 grams, treated 150 reads silver content, none number 40% or 90%. Silver in 1985. Quick note, the last regular silver Kennedy half dollars was struck in 1970, 40%, with 90% silver proofs returning only in 1992. All 1985 halves are clad. Despite being minted for circulation, most 1985 Kennedy half dollars never entered everyday commerce. Banks didn't request large quantities. Retailers, vending machines, and consumers rarely used half dollars. The coin's size and niche usage made it more common in bankrolls and collector storage than in pockets. Both the Philadelphia and Denver mints released coins to the Federal Reserve. However, banks rarely ordered them. Many remained uncirculated in bags or rolls, stored for years untouched. A coin that shows no signs of wear retains full mint luster and original sharpness, often found in mint sets sold by the U.S. Mint. Original rolls from Federal Reserve bags, private collector stockpiles. Uncirculated coins are graded MS60, MS70, mint state, MS60, MS63, minor contact marks, average luster, MS6 for MS65, better eye appeal, fewer abrasions, MS66 plus, high grade, premium market value. Top grade MS67, MS68 examples are scarce and highly collectible. Grade estimated value as of 2025. Circulated 50 cents, $1, OOMs $63, $2, Ms. $65, $5, $10 Ms. $66, $20, for OMs $67 plus $100, $300 plus, depending on quality and grading. Service tip. Professional grading by NGC or PCGS can increase resale potential, especially at MS66 or higher. Unlike other years' no-proof coins, the San Francisco Mint did not produce any Kennedy half-dollar proof coins in 1985. No silver versions. All 1985 coins were copper-nickel clad. No mint sets from the U.S. Mint were issued in 1985. The only way to get uncirculated coins was from bankrolls or third-party distributors. While 1985 is not known for major varieties, some era coins have been discovered. Off-center strikes, double die, Obverse, DDO rare. Look for doubled lettering or date. Clipped planchettes struck through grease causes weak design areas. Collectability tip. Errors must be authenticated by professionals like ANAX, NGC, or PCGS to have significant value, ranging from $25 to several hundred dollars. Category details. Year 1985 Mints Philadelphia. No mark. Denver D-proof coins. None produced. Silver content. Munich Phila 18.8 million. Minich Denver 15.3 million. Composite nickel clad. Circulated. Value 50 cents. $1 uncirculated. Value $2, $40 plus. MS63, MS67 rare grades. Arrows M67 plus. Double dies. Off-center strikes. The 1985 Kennedy half dollar exists in a curious space, widely minted yet rarely seen in daily life. Minted in just 2 locations with no proofs or silver editions, it serves as a quiet cornerstone of 1980s U.S. coinage for collectors. It's a coin that combines historical resonance with numismatic challenge, and for historians, it's a physical reminder that even in years without drama, the mint keeps working, striking icons in copper and nickel for generations to remember. The Last Step. James Buchanan, 1857 and 1861. America stood at the edge of a national divide as tensions between North and South grew louder. President James Buchanan led the country in its final moments of peace before civil war. In 2010, more than a century later, the United States Mint issued a $1 coin bearing his image, a token of remembrance, legacy, and presidential history. This is the story of the James Buchanan Presidential Dollar. Launched in 2007, the Presidential $1 Coin Program was a United States Mint initiative to honor U.S. presidents in the order they served. Each year, 4 presidents were honored. Each coin featured a portrait of the president on the obverse front, a rendition of the Statue of Liberty on the reverse back. Edge inscription's unique feature. Important note, James Buchanan $1 coin was released in 2010, not during his presidency 1857 to 1861. As $1 coins did not exist in that form at the time. 15th President of the United States term, 1857-1861. Last president before the American Civil War, often ranked low by historians due to his failure to prevent secession. The James Buchanan $1 coin was minted at 2 facilities: Mark Purpose, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, P circulation strikes and collector rolls; Denver, Colorado, D circulation strikes and collector rolls. Mint marks are located on the edge of the coin, not the obverse or reverse, a unique feature of presidential $1 coins. San Francisco did not mint Buchanan $1 coins for circulation, but it did produce proof coins for collectors. Location: San Francisco. CA proof only carry the mint mark S on the edge, sold in annual presidential proof sets by the U.S. Mint. Fiatredetals some mainmal brass clad, no silver composition, 88.5% C, 6% ZN, 3.5% MN, 2% NO8, 8.1 grams diameter, 26.5 image lettered, not read. Portrait of James Buchanan by artist Phoebe Hemphill. James Buchanan, 15th President, 1857 to 1861, features the Statue of Liberty, designed by Don Ebb. United States of America $1 unique to presidential dollars. Includes year of minting 2010 mint mark P. DRSE pluribus unum in God we trust moved from Edge to Obverse in 2009. So by 2010 it was on the front, released into general circulation in 2010 however. By then, presidential $1 coins were not commonly used by the public. Most banks did not order them for daily use. Instead, they were distributed through direct sales to collectors' circulation. Fact, although intended for commerce, the James Buchanan $1 coin, like most presidential dollars, ended up more as a collector item than a daily use coin. Mint location estimated: mintage Philadelphia P. 36,540,000 Denver D. 36,820,000 San Francisco S menos proof 20. Found in mint rolls directly from us. Mint US Mint residential $1 uncirculated coin sets, private dealers and collector sets, no circulation, where strong luster and detail, graded as MS62 MS70. High grade uncirculated examples MS66 or higher are collectible, produced at the San Francisco Mint. Mirror-like fields, frosted designs, graded PR62 PR70, available in 2010 presidential proof sets. US Mint silver proof sets. Note, not silver dollar, but may be included with silver sets. Type grade value 2025-2010 OP, circulated XF1 Australian dollar, $1.25-201 OP, uncirculated Ms. $63 $2.003 00201 OD, uncirculated Ms. $63 $2.00 $3 00201 OS, proof PR65 PR70, $4.00 $12 high grade. Examples: MSPR 67 plus $15, $40 plus error coins, various $50, $500 plus missing edge lettering, caused by minting error, rare and valuable double edge letter in feature detail. President James Buchanan 15th term inefficient 8571861. Coin release year 2010. Mints Philadelphia P. Denver The San Francisco S approved composition, clad diameter to 6.5 em, weight 8.1 grams, edge lettered, circulated value, face value same dollars, collector value $1.25, $12 plus proof version yes minus 2010 rare errors, missing edge lettering, doubled edge. The James Buchanan presidential $1 coin may not be made of precious metals, nor pass through countless hands in daily use, but it carries the weight of American history, a tribute to the president who preceded our nation's greatest internal conflict. It's a coin that stands at the edge of change. Whether held as a collector's item or a conversation piece, it serves as a golden memory of a president, a people, and a nation facing its turning point.